Right now, a special treat for all of you tonight at Tango del Rey. I would like you to meet my neighbor. She's a lovely lady. She doesn't get out very much. And she just had a birthday. A special birthday. I'd like to bring up right now my next door neighbor. A big Tango del Rey welcome.
This sure is an interesting place you got here. Reminds me of a magical night I spent in Spain a few years back. Oh, the music, the clothing, the tacos, the donkeys. Of course, now that I think about it, I'm not so sure that was Spain after all. I have a mind to think that that cheap ex-husband of mine just got me drunk and flew me to TJ. I always thought that was an awfully quick flight, and I never did feel the same about ping pong balls. Anyway, oh, I love that sangria stuff, though. I could have bathed in it years ago. Of course, now it stains my dentures so bad that it makes my teeth look like cinnamon chiclets. No, I gotta stick with my vodka nowadays. A nice Ovaltine is my favorite before supper. Chocolate, vitamins, and vodka. You can't go wrong in my mind. Oh, well, so, Senor, I understand that you have a few questions for me. Now, I am hard of hearing, so I need you to speak up, but don't spit on me, please. I hate that.
Oh, that's what Spanish people do. We spit on people. No, but I just want to, I know who you are, and we just want to share a little bit of your wisdom and some of your stories. Isn't that what you would all like? Some of you would have to tell some stories.
Well, sure, sweet cheeks, I'd be more than happy to. Go ahead, fire away. Oh, my goodness.
All right. Well, I know who you are, but I want you to tell all the stories of your life. Thrill them. Huh?
All right, fine. My name's Honey, because my mama said I was the sweetest little girl you ever had seen. Of course, you know what happens to honey when it gets old, don't you? Gets all hard and nasty. I'm still sweet, though. Well, I've been married and divorced 5 times. And, well, I just recently turned 91. But for my 90th birthday, my daughter threw me a big old party down at the local community center. Oh, a lot of my church and bingo buddies turned up. Of course, some of them had forgotten why they was there by the time they arrived. Heck, even one lady showed up the day after wearing a cowboy hat and chaps. I didn't ask her what that was all about. I just invited her in, gave her some leftover cake. Oh, but that party was fun, though. I got so many wonderful gifts. Let's see, I had a scarf, some perfume, some new bingo daubers. But my favorite was from my buddy Thelma. Oh, she's such a joker. She gave me a pair of them edible underwear. Turns out they're real tasty. She gave me the strawberry flavored ones though, and the seeds got stuck in my teeth, so I went back and got me a supply of the grape ones. I find it's just perfect if I wear them every day. You know, I tend to suffer from low blood sugar from time to time. That way I always have a snack around. Yeah. Well, I did try going without my dentures here a while back. You know, bananas was fine. Same with my morning oatmeal. But darned if I could get a piece of toast down. I just kept chewing and chewing, and all I ended up with was a giant flat piece of bread plastered to the roof of my mouth. Looked like one of them Catholic communion wafers when I got through with it. Only real huge. Speaking of, I love my church. So many loving, wonderful people. And our priest has a special way with us older folks. I mean, he is just patient and loving as the day is long. Of course, I don't have the energy to do much wrong nowadays, but I still like to go to confession once a month out of habit. Mostly, it's just me asking for forgiveness for breaking wind in bingo hall and blaming it on the man next to me. But getting old is very tough. You have to deal with so many different things. There's varicose veins and arthritis, and the wrinkles is just horrible. Why, just the other day, I reached up to change the light bulb in the ceiling, and darned if a Ritz cracker didn't fall out of one of my arm wrinkles and onto the floor. Turned out it'd been hiding there from a couple days prior. Oh, well, I even need to, keep moving around because I lose stuff all the time. But just don't ever ask me to go bungee jumping. I'm afraid if I jumped, my wrinkles would hit the ground first and bounce back so quick they'd clean knock me out. I mean, heck, I'd have to use a sardine key to keep my breasts rolled up and secure my bra on humid days. Oh, and I got this walker here a few years ago. I tried a cane at first, but strangely, it just made me want to tap dance all the time. That's not safe at my age. No, but I can get moving at a pretty good clip with this thing. I just put a little WD-40 on my tennis balls and I get to really moving. Plus, I can suspend myself completely over the toilet without touching the seat. Won't find any germs on this here, bud. Yeah, I was a pretty good gymnast as a young girl, and I've been known to make some pretty impressive dismounts off this thing. Long as I got plenty of hand chalk. Here, let me see if I can.
Honey, my darling, perhaps, why don't you want to talk about your family and your pets?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've had so many wonderful pets over the years. Dogs, cats. Senor, could you get me a little drink of water, please? I'm having some trouble. I've had birds and fish and even one of them fainting goats. But my favorite was my cat, Betty. Oh, she was a beautiful snow white Persian with the fluffiest tail you ever had seen. She'd sit curled up in my lap all day long. I'd just stroke her fur. She passed a few years ago from old age, but, well, I decided that the best way to remember her wasn't to have her cremated and put in an urn on my mantle. No, instead I had her lovely coat turned into a toilet seat cover for my guest bath.
Water?
Now I get to sit on her lap and stroke her fur. Oh, it's one of my favorite things that I own, and the tail works great as a lid lifter too, but I think I kind of started a trend in my retirement home. My neighbor Gladys turned her 2 hamsters, Benny and June, into salt and pepper shaker covers. Let's see here. I've got a daughter and a son. They're both married, and 3 wonderful grandchildren. Oh, the first one is in politics. The second one's an architect, and the third is a lesbian. Got married to her girlfriend last summer. Oh boy, if that wasn't one of the strangest events I ever had been to. 2 women. I never heard of such a thing in all my life, and I've heard of a lot. In fact, I remember years ago, I heard a story about a French poodle gave birth to a cat somewhere in Arkansas. They said it was the most beautiful cat you ever had seen. Had real curly hair, and they'd trim it all up like them fancy poodles. People didn't know what the hell it was. They'd say, is it a dog or a cat? And the owners would say, it's a dat, D-A-T, like cat, but with a D instead of a C. So when people would say, "What is that?" they'd say, "Yep, that's what it is." Anywho, where was I? Oh, it don't seem right, two women getting married. Your plumbing's all wrong. You got two drains, but there's no spigot for the water. You got two tunnels, but there's no train coming down the track. It's like having a big yummy banana split, but there's no banana. Of course, sometimes the banana fills you up so much you can't eat all your ice cream and toppings. That's not my point. My point is that if you got two women marrying each other, then you got no man to do all the important things in life, like, well, he fix it. No. Oh, he could do. No, women can do that too. Oh, hell, I guess a man is pointless. Well, then whatever makes your whoopsie-daisy say okie dokies, fine by me, I guess.